What's up? We're back here on another Saturday working on the shop. I've already started work. I forgot to start the camera. My bad. So want to work on getting the straps put up that go around, like for the doors and windows, and some of the other ones. It'll be a lot easier than the ones that we put up in the last video. So I'll get the time lapse started. We'll get you some content. Alright guys, I just want to show you something real quick. So I'm gonna pause in between these time lapses. So this one that I just did for the window, it comes up here to this bracket. And it almost fits in between these two. I had to loosen these two bolts to slide it in between. And you saw level gets it just barely underneath that one, which I don't think it's a big deal, whatever, but that's what the instructions shows, that it attaches to this plate. So that's what we did. So there we go. All right, so now back to the time lapse. I want to show you something real quick. How I'm gonna get this X-bracing. I'm gonna get the one cable pulled. Show you my little clamp city over here, just to help somebody else out if they ever do this. Okay, so we got this bottom one. Bottom one is to keep the clamp from falling down. As you can see, the clamp is not actually clamped to the pole right now because it's got tension here. But we've got the clamp here so that it's gonna pull at an upward angle. This clamp is just more of a security clamp. It's not really holding on to anything, really doing anything. And then we got this one here, which is gonna do the pulling, which I've got it tied to the come along. And then we're just hooked up to that corner right there, and we're gonna pull. So I'll give you the little time lapse. All right, so I got a problem. So let me show you what's going on here. All right, so that strap is pulled tight, but you can see I dropped it one time. I don't know if it's in the video or not, but I dropped it. And so I don't know if it bent this strap or not, but I can't get this guy to straighten out. Either that or it's because it's pulling not at the same angle or something. I'm not sure. So, need to think about this. I'll be back with you guys here in just a minute. I'm a dum-dum. So, I'll show you what I figured out. Didn't take long. So all I did was remove the 6 bolts. And that's all I needed. It just needed to be able to rotate. I was, had it at a certain angle, and when I pulled it up there and pulled it tight to where I wanted it up there, it was at a different angle, so it just didn't like that. So now that I removed those bolts, I mean, you can kind of see it was more like this, and now it's more like straight up, or better angle straight up. So yep, my bad. I wasn't even thinking about that when I was putting in those 6 bolts. I should have thought of that, because I'm pretty no, that's not how I did on the other side, but I should have known because of all the other straps I've done. You can't put all of them in, but that was it. Now it's nice and tight and flat. So we will get this one secured. This one's good to go. And then we'll start working on the other. All right, well, as you can see, another weird issue. I've got to figure out how to get a bolt started in those with that freaking edge guard in place. I can't get anything in there to get something started. So, Let me think about this, figure it out, and then I'll start the time lapse again. Sorry, be back in just a minute. Ingenuity at its best. Shortly after I got off the time lapse and told you I was gonna think about it, I had an idea. I drilled a hole through the back to get the pilot hole, and then I used my 3/8 ratchet to get the bolt into it since it's small enough. So I was able to get the first bolt in there, which I only need the one. We use the one, pull it tight like we did on the other side, so that way if it needs to rotate any, and then we can come back with the rest. But yeah, I came in from this side, drilled the hole, and did my best guess, and that got right where I wanted to be. I was trying to clamp down this corner, that way this corner won't move, it'll pivot on that corner. That corner's right where I wanted it. So yeah, cool. Now we can get rid of this guy. All right, so now we'll go finish this out, pull tension, and put the rest of the bolts in. See you guys in just a minute. I failed you. I didn't put the time lapse on. Thought I did, but I didn't. But got the other brace up, pulled tight, so I just thought I would show you how I pulled the tension out. So let me climb the ladder back up here. I'll show you. Nothing real different. Clamp, strap, went around the eave purlin and then attached to the corner there like I did on the other side. That way it'd have something good and solid to pull on. And yeah, pulled all that tension out, got it nice and straight. And I went ahead and put all 6 bolts in up here. So now we'll go back down there and put all 6 bolts down there. I can time lapse that for you if I hit the button. Holy cow, guys. I'm freaking beat. This X bracing has kicked the living crap out of me. So after I showed you getting it connected, I said I was gonna start the time lapse, right? Well, I didn't, because I got down here and tugged on the cable and was like, shoot, it's still freaking loose. There's still a little bit of tension in it, or needs tension pulled out of it. And I have been working for probably the last, probably 3 hours if I had to take a wild guess, trying to freaking pull the tension out. And I finally got it. So I had been using the tractor. I was pulling out over that one and then down. I think you might have seen that. And every time I would loosen it, whether there was bolts in it or not or whatever, I would always bring back slack. So I knew something was bending, or something wasn't right. Something wasn't right with how I was getting pulled, and just wasn't getting all the slack out, I guess. So I went back to the original method of wrapping it around both purlins and back to the outrigger bar and pulled on it, and that worked. That got all the tension out, and it's nice and tight now. You can, it don't wiggle like it did. It's really hard to show you, but anyways, you'll have to take my word for it. Like, look here, here's where it's at the gap, you know, and look, that's all you got. That's about all this one had too. So that's what I was trying to match. So now I've got a method hopefully the other one doesn't take this freaking long. It kicked my butt. I was on a good roll. We got those two freaking braces up. I was gonna do the X brace and then move around. So, all right, enough complaining. It's up. I'm gonna finish putting the bolts in. That's gonna be it for today. I'll see you guys in just a couple minutes. Seconds. All right, guys, we're about to get started for the day, but I don't know if you could have seen it in the video last night or not, but yeah, I mean, you see, there's absolutely no slack in this cable anymore. Like I said, I got my butt kicked on it and finally figured out a new method of pulling it. So they got all the slack pulled out. That took all of the freaking day yesterday, most of it at least. So we're gonna move on and we're gonna keep putting straps up. So I'll get the time lapse going for you. Hope you enjoy. And that's a wrap. Got all of those straps put up above the windows on the back wall. Now I think I'm gonna start tackling the X brace on the other side, getting it moved to the proper side. If you remember me telling you, I put it on the wrong side. I put it on this side, which is closer to the shop, and it's supposed to go on the back side, which is closer to the wall. So I just gotta get it moved over from here to over here, from here to over here, and then the same on this side. Instead of attaching down here to this moment frame, it will get attached to the back of the actual column here. So this one's going to be challenging up here as if it wasn't already, but I don't know, we'll figure something out, I guess. I may have to attach it up there and pull from here, pull it like that way or something, because there's just no way to get anything to pull that way, but we'll figure it out. So I think I'm gonna start working on that. So I will stop the time lapse. I probably won't show you any of this till I get done, or if I have some crazy happen, but I'll give you a break, go get you a cup of coffee, and we'll be right back. I hope you enjoyed that cup of coffee, because you can go get some more. I tried a couple different ways to try and pull the slack out of this thing, and I've yet to come up with a good process yet. So right now I'm working on trying to pull it from the bottom. I've got it attached up at the top, but I need the tension pulled to continue down this way, and right now I'm pulling this way. So I may look to see if there's some sort of pulley mechanism or something that I can like attach here so that it continues downward and then out. That way it would keep that downward pull. So I think that's what it's going to take, because there's just absolutely no way we're getting it pulled from up top because of this moment frame. So it has to get pulled from the bottom. Now, if I'd have known how hard this was going to be, we could have done this prior to putting the moment frame up. It would have been a lot easier. But you live and learn. So we'll figure something out. That's what I got to figure out, how to keep the tension pulling that way with the belt. So that'll take some thinking. But I'll show you what I figure out. How's it going, guys? Have you missed me? It's been a while. For me, at least. For you, it's been a couple seconds. For me, it's been almost a month since I've done anything. A freaking month. So, we're back here trying to figure out this X bracing. So we are going to see if my idea works. So I bought a pulley but I really don't want to have to drill holes into the ground to attach the pulley. So let me show you what I came up with. We're gonna see if it works. So I got these 2 battery packs, pretty heavy. They're gonna be my weight. And then what I did is I used a little seat bracket piece here, so that the strap will run through that, and then I cut some holes in these 2x4s to run, so that way we can take and run the strap that way and pull. That way, when this piece is here and it's getting pulled, that will make sure that it keeps getting pulled in this direction, because I think that was the problem, is I was pulling, but then it was trying to like pull it this way, so then when I let loose, it would snap back. I think there's a couple of little things like that. So this ought to keep it pulling in a downward direction, so that whenever I get it down, I get it tight, and I clamp it, it holds its tension. So we're gonna give that a shot. I'll let you know here in just a second if it works. Okay, round 2. First attempt didn't work. Just tilted it backwards. So strap across to the truck using this box that I got. It's got lead plates in it. Using it to strap down, hold the front, and then I had to brace the back here so that it can't do like that. So when it tries to pull up, it's gonna have that resistance on the back and not be able to tilt upward. So we'll give this a shot. I have high hopes of this one. I'll let you know in just a minute. And that's a wrap. We got it. So this method worked to an extent. Grabbed the wife. I had her stand on top of that box, and that additional weight right up at the top where it's trying to lift, that little bit of additional weight helped hold it down. And I was able to get this guy nice and tight. You know, compared to like this guy that's got a lot of wiggle in it. So I will call that a win, my friends. Finally got that done without drilling any unnecessary holes into the concrete. So that's always a win. I'll get the rest of these bolts put in, get that beam secured. We'll move on to the other one. What's up, guys? Oh, here on a Monday afternoon. I didn't film anything because it's nothing new, but I've got the X bracing on the other side completely redone and ready to go. So didn't feel like you wanted to sit through any more process of that, so I'm going to finish the rest of these and just be done with them. And I'll show you something when I got something new to show. But until then, I'm gonna end that video here, guys. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy the updates, and one day at a time, we'll get this shop up. Peace.